Basketball.
I'm sad about these guys, but I knew the Warriors were gonna take care of them.
Oh shit, we're talking about sports now. I thought we were talking about fucking movies.
He's like sports ball.
He's like sports ball. I know
Wrong
all about
podcast.
that sports ball.
Wrong podcast. I gotta go.
Okay, so should we actually talk about the movie at this point?
Nah, fuck it. Let's
I'm cool with just
Fuck
making.
it. Fuck the movie. The movie was trash. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, don't go see Endgame. It was fucking terrible. I saw it 6 times and I hated it every single time.
It got worse every time.
He had to watch it 6 times so he could get the gauntlet.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you see that fucking Disney owns Hulu now?
Do they?
Yeah, they bought out Hulu.
Shit.
That's 90s as fuck, man. That's right there with like Freddy vs. Jason and Alien vs. Predator and shit.
Freddy vs. Jason, dude, that fucking movie was in fucking production hell forever.
You're right.
Because neither of the studios wanted to give their characters less screen time. I was like, fuck you, just put out the movie.
Just put out the movie. Like that Booster Gold movie.
I see you were butthurt about that.
I was mad. Well, because that was something different, and I was excited for it.
Yeah, same thing. What happened to our fucking Batman movie that was directed by Ben Affleck, but then stopped being directed by Ben Affleck, and then was just starring Ben Affleck, and now it's not even starring Ben Affleck.
Does he have any directing experience?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he directed Gone Girl.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Yeah, it's a super good movie.
Yeah.
He directed that. I'm trying to remember what else. I think. No, he wrote Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, I know about him and Matt Damon with Good Will Hunting.
Fucking him and Matt Damon are like something else.
I know that's the true friendship right there.
They're like the real versions of Jay and Silent Bob. You know how Jay and Silent Bob are just characters? Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are the real life Jay and Silent Bob.
Dog.
They're always fucking together, and they're just fucking up each other's asses, but in like the straightest way possible. All right, why are we talking about Ben Affleck and Matt Damon? We got a movie to talk about here, boys.
We're getting distracted out here.
We're in the end game now.
So whoever's in the fucking chat, fucking Subway Corporate, get out of here. I know you haven't seen Endgame yet.
Subway Corporate, mega spoilers. I want to ruin the movie for Subway Corporate. Are you kidding me? Fuck them.
He's right. He's like,
I'm gonna let you know right now. Thanos dies, Subway Corporate. Fuck you. Oh wait, hold on. Thanos dies twice, cause fuck you.
And Tony dies. Fuck you.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Technically, Cap dies.
You're right. Kind of.
Eventually, he'll get there.
The Cap that we know and love is dead.
Oh shit.
Does he still have the super soldier serum then?
That's why he's still alive. That's why he's still alive.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how it was in the comics. Is that when he became like old man Cap, he was still alive because of the super soldier serum.
Oh, okay.
It like super slows down aging.
That makes more sense then. I was looking into reasons why Bucky didn't get the shield. And I figured out that Bucky doesn't even trust himself with the shield. Like he still feels like he's a rogue soldier.
Yeah. That I don't mind, because right now I think Steve Rogers came back in the comics, but for like 5 years Sam Wilson has been Captain America in the comics. So they were just paying fucking homage to that. And I have no problem with it.
My only problem with it is that he's been nothing but a background character, kind of.
Falcon?
Yeah, to me anyways. So him getting the shield, I was like...
Well, he's a sidekick. You know, he's got to be a background character, but now that he has that shield, he's about to be the main character.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that.
And I think he can handle it too. Anthony Mackie's fucking talented as shit, man. Did you see him in Ant-Man? Did you watch Ant-Man? Did anybody watch Ant-Man?
No. Which is weird because I love Paul Rudd, so it's weird that I haven't seen his movies.
I'm gonna say it right now. Who the fuck doesn't love Paul Rudd?
You're right.
Yeah, it's impossible not to love him.
The dude is fucking hilarious. There's no and he doesn't age. He's 50 years old and he looks like he's like 30.
He's 50?
Yeah, he just turned 50 this year.
Bro, what
I'm trying to figure out what movie I saw with him recently, but I think it was a 90s movie, and he deadass looked the same as he does today. Yeah. Like, for real.
His first movie was Halloween 6. I can't remember, the title of it. Oh, all right, back to the fucking shit. Back to the fucking movie. Back to the fucking movie that I've seen 6 times, and it's made me cry all fucking 6 times. And I even know what's happening. Back to the Future. Oh, dude, yeah, I cried during Back to the Future.
Hey, it takes an excellent movie, though, to make you cry, and you know what's coming, though.
Yeah.
The same fucking 4 parts in this movie always make me cry. I know they're happy. I know they're coming, and it doesn't stop it from making me cry. I swear to God. The same 4 fucking parts.
Which ones?
When Cap catches Thor's hammer, and Thor goes, "I knew it." That made me.
I knew it.
I bawled, dude. I'm like tearing up now thinking about it. So
yeah.
It was that. Fucking finally, Captain America said, "Avengers Assemble."
Yeah.
Fucking no. This is fucking. I don't care if people call me a bitch for this, but fucking all the female Avengers protecting Peter Parker.
Dude, I love that.
That was fucking awesome. I love it so fucking much.
Yeah, that scene was amazing.
I don't care what people say about Brie Larson. I fucking love her.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
I do too. I thought Captain Marvel was great.
I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet. So
you haven't seen
it? I know what happens. I've watched spoiler reviews and shit on it, but I just never had the time to go see it. So I'm waiting for it to come out on Blu-ray, which it comes out on the 11th of June, I think.
Yeah, you're gonna love it because her and Fury are just too good of a partnership. It's too funny between them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't care, dude. She's fucking amazing. I don't care what people say. If she's calling out white people on their bullshit, I'm fine with that. Because I call white people out on their bullshit all the time. And she's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, she is. I'll give her that.
She could punch me in the fucking face and I'd say thank you. Incredible.
Sad.
Shit, where was I at? The fucking 4 parts. So it was Thor's hammer, or Cap's hammer, technically.
Yeah. Avengers Assemble. Yeah.
Female Avengers, and then fucking, I am Iron Man, and then fucking fuck you, Thanos. Fucking whore. God damn it, dude.
There was a good 4 parts that made me cry in that movie too.
Name them. Do it.
When Hawkeye runs around and figures out his family's gone.
Oh fuck.
Now I'm like, oh no, man, now we're starting, man. Are you serious? And then when Tony's dying and Peter's freaking out, he's like, "Oh, Mr. Stark, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh no, Peter, not again." Then when Scott finally sees Cassie again because he thinks he's vanished, so he rushes back to the house and Cassie's there.
Oh fuck! Yeah, that's good.
I was like, "Oh, Cassie, oh, you're safe." And then the most emotional I was during the whole thing was the reunion of Pepper and Tony, because I'm obsessed with Pepper and Tony.
Are you sure it's not just Pepper?
I think it's just Pepper. I think you're right. But I'm like, they better get back together. They better see each other. I'm like, this movie is not going to be good if they don't.
Dude, when they introduced Morgan Stark, I let out a verbal, "Oh no," in theaters. The first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh no."
Oh no.
That fucking kid actress, she is so fucking good.
Yeah, she really is.
Dude, oh my god. Like, dude, she's so fucking good. Like, when she said shit, that was the cutest fucking thing I've ever heard. I swear to God, like, Oh my god, is fucking adorable. She reminds me of my niece. So like that immediately hit a string in my heart, and I was like, "Fuck, this girl is like too good." All right, all my Gatorade is gone.
Rip.
Fuck. You guys know how much fucking attention to detail there was in this fucking movie?
A lot.
Did you know
I
that
haven't
Howard
seen it
the
as
Duck?
many times as you. I have to get out there and see it more.
Did you guys know that Howard the Duck was in the final battle?
Yes.
Yes, I read that online, but I didn't notice him. I feel like I want to watch the movie just to look for Howard the Duck in the final scene.
It's fucking crazy. Like I thought maybe someone had photoshopped it when I first seen the image, but then I was like, all right, well I know where the part is, so when I go see the movie again, I'll go fucking just look for it. No, he's fucking there.
He's really fucking there.
He's fucking there.
Howard the goddamn Duck, dude.
And so, what is the fucking word I'm trying to think of? Like the emotional payoff there is, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking similarities between the deaths of Thanos' fucking Black Order and a whole bunch of the Avengers. So they don't like verbally, they don't show you in the movie, but you can see it in the background. What's the fucking girl's name on the Black Order? Proxima Midnight. Proxima Midnight.
Proxima.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
So when they're all getting dusted, if you look in the background when it's panning around Thanos, you can see Proxima Midnight holding her dead husband the same way that Wanda was holding Vision in the end of Infinity War.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it pans even more over, and you see Ebony Maw walking towards Thanos like Peter was walking towards Tony in Infinity War. Like he's holding his stomach and he's limping over to Thanos like he's about to be like, oh, fuck, god damn it. I cannot say that without getting teary-eyed. I don't feel so good. Fucking Christ, dude.
Stuck. I don't feel so good.
Oh, god damn it. I'm getting choked up thinking about that fucking scene.
Like it still hurts.
But yeah, no, you see like Ebony Maw limping up to Thanos, holding his stomach over, and then he falls and he, fucking dusts.
Turns to dust like the bitch he is.
Dude, it's so like the attention to fucking detail in this movie. That's the biggest part that fucking astounds me, and that's why I fucking love it so much. Plot holes aside, every movie has plot holes.
Yeah.
I don't care. But
Oh, yeah.
the attention to fucking detail for fucking 11 years worth of movies that not even all of the Russos directed.
Yeah, they just kind of came in at what? Winter Soldier?
Yeah, Winter Soldier was their first movie.
Dude, that's
So they had
crazy.
Winter Soldier. I think they've only directed four Marvel movies. Yeah, it was Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. That's the only 4 movies that they directed in the MCU.
Wow. Those are the bangers, though.
For real. Those are them. Before Endgame, fucking Winter Soldier was my favorite movie.
I think
And
so.
I'm
I
not
think
saying
Civil War
MCU
was
wise.
mine.
Civil
I'm not saying
War.
MCU wise. I'm saying like movies.
You're talking about all movies?
All-time movies. Yeah, Winter Soldier was my number 1 for the longest time until Endgame came.
Wow.
No, Endgame is my favorite movie of all time.
That's crazy. I think Endgame's my favorite movie too, though.
Where's Infinity War on that list?
I think. Okay, so I think first is like both of them.
I was gonna say because I liked Infinity War better, to be honest.
Well, because I think they're like it's
That's
like
a hot take.
it's the same movie.
I like it,
Like
but that's a hot take.
I don't know, man. That's just my opinion.
like
No,
if you
I'm
watch
saying-
them back to back, it's basically one movie,
Well, yeah, that's what it's
one
supposed to
long
be.
ass movie.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. Because this was supposed to be Infinity Wars Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
And then they decided to scrap that and just call it Endgame. But you're like it's the same thing as with Rogue One and A New Hope. You're supposed to watch them back to back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like
that
because
makes
Rogue
sense.
One, the ending of Rogue One is immediately New Hope.
Yeah.
That's exactly how Infinity War and Endgame are.
Yeah.
Besides the 5-year jump.
I think when Endgame comes out on Blu-ray, I'm gonna combine both of them and put a cut on YouTube.
How
That's
long would that be? That because in
well.
2.5 hours long.
Well, hold
Endgame
on,
is 3.
Let's look really quick.
Yeah, that would be a 5.5 hour long fucking YouTube video. You know what I noticed about Endgame though?
What's
Both
that?
Endgame and Infinity War, they're both depressing as fuck.
It would
Like
be like.
Endgame,
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Endgame is a depressing fucking movie. Even though it's the end, it's still fucking depressing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because the beginning of it is fucking depressing. Because you're seeing all these fucking people deal with this shit. And even the fucking end of the movie, even though like you love it, it's fucking depressing, dude.
When you think about who's gone and when you think about what really transpired and what the universe is gonna look like after this, it is depressing.
Not even just the fact that of the characters who died, but the fact that some of these actors aren't coming back anymore.
Yeah.
Like Robert Downey Jr. is done. I don't care what anybody says. He's not the new fucking AI inside of Spider-Man's suit. Fuck that shit. Robert Downey Jr. is done.
Yeah,
He's done. Yep.
Scarlett Johansson is done.
Rip.
Except for her Black Widow movie, which I think is probably going to be a prequel.
Well, it has to be, right?
It could. I've heard rumors, or not rumors, but like, well, yeah, rumors or speculations that it's going to be what she was doing in between the 5-year time jump and Endgame, which I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind
that.
But I kind of want her, like her backstory, like her origin story, like what she was doing in the 90s.
I think I either want it to be based off that like 5-year period in Endgame, or I want it to be like about like her and Hawkeye, like that time before the Avengers.
Yeah, because that's the biggest thing. Everybody's like, oh, they're gonna do the Budapest thing because that's what everybody's been talking about. I'm like, I don't get why. It's a funny line, the Budapest thing in Avengers. I get that.
Yeah.
But I don't get why everybody is so obsessed with what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, they're spies. What do you think they were doing?
Yeah, exactly.
They were killing people. It's not that hard to decipher. The one thing...
You don't need 2.5 hours to figure out what happened in Budapest. We're not doing that.
The one thing I want to see in her movie that I really hope they do it, if it's like a backstory or if it's like flashbacks and shit, I want to see her running into the Winter Soldier for the first time, because remember in Winter Soldier she said that she was shot by him before while protecting somebody.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I want to see that shit. That's what I want to see. So if they do that, I at least want to see that.
Fire.
Because I love me Sebastian Stan.
That's that fire.
And I want to see more of the bad Winter Soldier. I like Bucky. He's cool, but I love the Winter Soldier from the comics, who is he's an anti-hero. Like, he's not a good guy.
So, like, I think I know how they could do that, too. Like, since Steve's gone, Steve's his only connection, really, to the real world, as far as, like, the Avengers. So, since Steve's gone, they could just, like, he could lose it and just go back to being a Russian spy and killing people.
I don't think he would do that, though. Because like at this point, because remember in the end of fucking Civil War, he was like fucking Farmer Thanos, except he was Farmer Bucky in Wakanda, just living his peaceful life. And yeah, I mean, he says that he can't trust his own mind, but still, like, remember in the end of Civil War, the post-credit scene they put him under ice, and he said that I don't want to come up unless I'm good. And so, what's her name? Shuri? Is it Shuri or Suri?
Oh, we just talked about this, didn't we, Brandon?
Yeah, I think it's Jerry. It's Jerry.
Whatever it is. She's the fucking smartest person on the goddamn planet, so she obviously fixed him.
Smarter than Tony?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
No doubt in my fucking mind. Did you see the way that fucking they did that shit in Infinity War? Like, she called them on their bullshit with Vision. She was like, why didn't you did something to fucking, I don't know, make Vision work without the Infinity Stone? And he was like, because we didn't think of it.
Well, yeah, we didn't think of that.
It's Shuri.
Shuri.
Oh, it's Shuri?
Yeah. The power of the internet, boys.
S-H-U-R-I, something like that?
It's H-U-R-I, I believe.
Yeah. No, but yeah, no, she's definitely the smartest person in the MCU.
Yeah, until
And
Mr.
she's what?
Fantastic,
And she's what, 16?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, 16 or 17. It's fucking crazy.
Would you be cool?
A
If
lot of
she...
people think, are you gonna bring up the Iron Man thing or the
Yeah.
Iron Heart?
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be cool with it. Although I think she's really her own thing. If you really want to bring in Ironheart, just introduce the character.
There you go. Yeah,
Like, do what, because like in the comics, she was a kid. She's in the comics, Ironheart is she's a fucking genius in Chicago who builds her own Iron Man suit in her garage.
that's wild. Holy cow.
Damn.
Yeah. And then and then Pepper Potts gives her fucking Tony Stark as an AI, which don't do that. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah.
I don't care. Don't do it. Let the character die. Let him stay dead. It's fine. We don't need Robert Downey Jr. back. We love him. We don't need him.
We love him, but we don't need
him. Let his character die. Move on. All the people that want him back as the AI in Spider-Man's suit, fuck off.
It's
not happening.
Leave him alone.
Not in my timeline. I refuse to let it happen. God damn it! That shit pissed me off so much. That was like the first, like when that Far From Home trailer came out. Which, by the way, that fucking trailer's amazing.
Oh,
the trailer's fantastic. I love it.
The fucking two things that pissed me off were like everybody's like, "Oh my god, those are Tony Stark's glasses, so he's gonna be the new AI in the Spider Suit." I'm like, first of all, Spider Suit shouldn't have a fucking AI.
You're right.
Second of all, I can get the Iron Spider having an AI. I get that.
Yeah, but not fucking, like every Spider suit. It's an Iron Man suit.
But no, not every Spider suit should have a fucking AR. I was fine with Karen in Homecoming because she was funny.
Yeah.
But I don't need an AI in my Spider-Man suit. I really don't. And then the second thing that pissed me off was the fucking Mysterio bullshit. Because barely everybody's just fucking stupid.
You're right.
They're like, oh, he's a hero from another dimension.
Oh, the multiverse. Oh.
No, the fuck he's not.
Like, yeah, okay, I commented on a post and I was like, this is bullshit. You're all fucking stupid. I didn't actually say it like that, but I was like, here's why you're wrong, and here are my examples. And somebody was like, well, so you're saying that they're not going to do the multiverse? I was like, I didn't say that.
No, of course they are, but not for like another 5 years.
All I said is that Mysterio is a fucking liar. That's his whole character arc, is he's a fucking liar who wants to make himself look like a hero.
Yeah.
Like, if you're really falling into that bullshit, and that's not even like a character trait exclusive to Mysterio. How many movies have there been where the hero turns out to be the villain?
What do you mean the villain's lying? They're not allowed to do that.
That's crazy.
Like,
I
the
don't
dude's name is
believe you.
Mysterio. The dude's name is Mysterio. You think he sounds like a fucking hero? Come on. There's common sense here, people.
Who's stupider, people who believe Mysterio or people who believe Chief Palpatine?
Don't call me out like that. Dude, Papa Palps is making a comeback, okay?
He's making a comeback?
Yeah, he's gonna be the star of the next 6 Star Wars movies.
Somebody's gotta be.
I mean, Rey's not gonna do.
I mean, I love Daisy Ridley.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, so do I.
They massively underused her in Last Jedi.
Oh yeah, that's probably why it's
massively
was not good.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's not good. It's just not Star Wars, and that's what people had a problem with. I understand that.
If you would have took out 2 or 3 scenes, that movie probably would have been amazing.
Okay, let's. I don't know about that.
Take out anything to do with Rose.
I like Rose.
Honestly, that fixes it right there.
I like Rose. I'm just saying that's a hot take. I don't care.
If you let Finn kill himself, that would have made the movie a lot better. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Cinema Wins? I know you've probably heard of Cinema Sins, but have you ever watched Cinema Wins?
No, I've heard of Cinema Wins.
Have you watched his Last Jedi video?
No, I haven't.
watch his Last Jedi video. His video made me love it. Well, not love it, but like tolerate. And
I'll give it a
actually
try
made
because
me-
nothing else has made me enjoy that movie. So if that can make me enjoy that movie, then I'll give it some credit.
When I saw it in theaters, I was like, okay, this isn't Star Wars, so I'll watch it like I'm not watching Star Wars. And I enjoyed it for the most part. But the thing is I was there to see Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like the same thing that happened to other people is they went there to see Star Wars and they didn't see that, so they got pissed off and immediately shit on the movie because it's not a bad movie. It's shot wonderfully. The movie is beautiful.
Visually, the movie's fantastic. Yep.
The acting is really good. Some of the kid acting is, but other than that, fucking Mark Hamill. How can you like? I don't care if you don't like what they did to Luke. It's perfectly in character for him to feel the way that he felt in Last Jedi. But how are you gonna just shit on Mark Hamill being back as Luke Skywalker since fucking Return of the Jedi? How are you gonna do that?
No, don't get me wrong. I liked Luke. I like that they brought him back, but I don't know. I wish he would have actually fought Kylo.
I liked it, dude. That was a nice bait and switch. I'm just saying, like, I was not expecting it. Like, I didn't expect it because of how, like, wait, hold on, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to gather my thoughts.
Yeah, you gather them thoughts.
We're going from talking about Marvel movies to me defending Last Jedi, which, by the way, I don't love the movie.
Oh yeah,
it's not like
no, it's fair.
my favorite movie of all time.
It's
I can
not the
definitely
worst
point
movie
out
I've
the
ever
flaws in it.
seen either. That's not what I'm saying.
No, yeah, that's not what I'm saying. Like, I can think of plenty other movies that are the worst movie ever.
Citizen Kane.
Rose isn't honestly the thing that ruined that movie for me though. It's Admiral Holdo, man. Admiral Holdo ruined that fucking movie for me.
Ginger Hitler. You know about Ginger Hitler? Dude, I mean, he's playing Hitler. He literally is. I love Donald Gleason as an actor. He's amazing, but Jesus Christ. Oh no, you're talking about Laura Dern's character, Holdo.
Yeah, I'm talking about
that's the lady, right?
Yeah, the lady from the rebellion or the resistance.
I like her. I like it's basically. I pretty much just like that character because I love Laura Dern, but that's probably because I'm biased because she was my first celebrity crush because of Jurassic Park.
She may have been an okay character if they didn't just give her the shittiest all-time escape plan.
It wasn't that shitty though. Like if you really think about it, it wasn't that shitty. And everybody always bitches about the fact that she didn't just tell Poe, and I'm like, why the fuck would she? Like, she's brand new on this ship. She doesn't know who Poe is, and she knows that there's been information leaked to the fucking, what are they called? Not the Empire. What's the First Order?
First Order.
She knows that there's been information leaked to the First Order, so she knows she has a mole on her ship somewhere. And the last thing she knows is that this dude was just demoted by General Leia.
And you can't tell Poe anything, in all fairness. You can't tell Poe shit.
Fair.
He comes around by the end of the I love it's cool. But Jesus Christ, that movie, like it took an immediate left. It went like Force Awakens was like on a straight and narrow path, and it was like going and going and going and going, and then Jedi came around and it was like hard left turn. And it just changed everything.
Yep.
And nobody was expecting it, and everybody had, and that's another problem, especially with Star Wars. Everybody has expectation.
What's your favorite sequel trilogy? Like, what's your favorite movie in the newer Star Wars films? You can include the Star Wars stories.
Okay. Am I biased or unbiased?
I don't care. Pick one.
All right, I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna give you my biased answer, and then my unbiased answer.
Okay.
My biased answer, and it's because he's my favorite character in all of Star Wars history, is
Solo, a Star Wars star.
Solo. I fucking love that movie.
I think we can
so
all agree
much.
on that one.
So fucking
Solo's
much. I
great.
love that movie. I don't care what anybody says. I fucking love that movie. My unbiased answer is Rogue One.
Bro, now I don't even have to answer because you just picked both of mine.
Rogue One is the Star Wars movie that we should have got with Last Jedi.
You're
Hot
right.
take. Hot fucking take.
Sizzling.
But it's right. Rogue One is fucking amazing. That movie also went through production hell, but I don't care. That movie was fucking amazing. Like the last minute of that movie if that last minute of it was in Last Jedi, it would have made up for all of Last Jedi.
Duh.
Like I don't give a shit.
Yep.
Like don't get me wrong, the fucking scene where the resistance ship splits through the fucking what are they called? Dreadnoughts?
Yeah,
That's fucking amazing scene. I love it. But if they had Darth Vader slaughtering rebels in the end of Last Jedi, it would have made up for the entire movie.
So much
I would
better.
have been like, this is the best movie ever.
Best movie ever.
I don't care. And no, but Rogue One. First of all, Rogue One is highly underrated.
Yes.
A lot of people do not talk about Rogue One, and it's because it's not a main saga movie, and it pisses me off.
Well, whenever someone asks me what my favorite Star Wars movie, I always say it's a toss-up between Rogue One and Revenge of the Sith.
Really, Revenge?
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's because
you're talking about like prequel, right? You're not talking about OG trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you include OG trilogy, it's one of those, right? Your favorite. Okay, just making sure. I was gonna say, look, I love Rogue One. Come on, Rob.
Come on.
OG trilogy is right there.
OG is
by
where
the way,
it's at. Three bangers.
My favorite out of the OG trilogy is probably everybody's least favorite.
Which one?
Return.
Return of the Jedi. That's my favorite, and everybody's all like, "But the Ewoks are so fucking stupid," and I'm like, "Yeah, but the rest of the movie is fucking amazing."
So, are we gonna stream EwokCon or what? What's going on, fellas?
No, I'm just saying, like everybody always shits on the Ewoks, and I'm like, yeah, but they took out the stormtroopers. They
Fair
did their
enough.
jobs. They did what they did.
Yeah.
And like once again, you're gonna let 15 minutes of a movie ruin an entire rest of the good part of the like the amazing part of the movie.
I don't
Because
know.
Return of the Jedi is fucking amazing.
I love the original trilogy, but the reason why Revenge of the Sith is my favorite, like my top favorite, is because I'm an Obi-Wan stan, so there's that.
Ewan McGregor can do no wrong.
Exactly. That and like the emotional build up through the whole movie gets me every time.
As far as I'm concerned, the prequel trilogy, Revenge is the best.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't care. Phantom Menace is second best.
Jar Jar though.
Stop.
Yeah. But
Right there, my friend.
Sand,
I don't
though.
think so.
Sand, though.
No.
Sand, though, my guy. Sand. We really want to go there?
The best
Yeah,
I
Mary
can grab
Sue.
that scene. God damn it, dude. That fucking scene. I'm backpedaling and I'm like making myself look like a hypocrite because one scene ruined an entire movie. Actually, no, I'm not. Fuck that. Attack of the Clones is fucking boring.
Attack of the Clones is not good.
It's boring. Like it's so fucking boring. I don't want to sit here and watch people roll around in the fucking grass and act like they're in love when I know they're because the two actors don't have chemistry.
No, they
Yikes.
don't.
And then sit here and watch this dude whine about fucking sand.
And then you gotta get through the opening, which is
Oh my fucking god, it's terrible.
Jesus.
Like the only redeeming part of that movie is the last 20 minutes.
The battle.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
only redeeming part of it.
That's literally the only reason to watch it. Agreed.
Also, what also ruins it for me is fucking Yoda flipping around the goddamn Oh
Bad
my
CGI
God.
Yoda.
I hate it, dude. Everybody's like, "Oh, Yoda's a badass." And I knew he was a badass. I didn't need to see this.
All I can remember from that fight is that poorly edited shot of him just jumping off the wall for some reason towards Count Dooku.
I can hear, like, at night when I'm laying, I hear the screams. Like the screams that he makes when he's jumping around. That's what I hear in my night. And I'm like, here's like one thing I'd never thought I'd ever be able to say. I heard Yoda scream while he was jumping off a wall and swinging a lightsaber.
Oh my
That,
God.
like, Attack of the Clones is completely boring. It's useless. I hate it. It's the worst Star Wars movie in my opinion. I love Phantom Menace a lot more. I'm saying love very loosely because I also hate Phantom.
Well, it's good because it's got Darth Maul in it. Like, who doesn't love Darth Maul?
Darth Maul and Qui-Gon is the best part of Phantom Menace. The only thing that brings down Phantom Menace is the fact that it's a politically charged movie and Jar Jar Binks.
That's honestly my favorite prequel trilogy movie. I don't care.
Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
That's a hot take, my guy.
I do not
I thought
care.
you were going to say Attack of the Clones.
And I love Revenge of the Sith too, but I just have so much. I don't know if it's nostalgia or what it is, but I just love Phantom Menace so much. I love pod racing. I love Watto. I love it all, dude.
The pod racing scene is fucking amazing. I love that scene. I hate Jar Jar Binks with a passion.
I think we all do.
No, we all don't. I love Jar Jar.
I forgot. When are you going to change your Xbox name?
Pretty soon. As soon as I get an extra $10 that I just don't give two shits about, I'm going to do it.
Dude, I will give you $10.
Yes, it's going to be Jar Jar Binks with triple B's for Big Baller Brand.
Oh, Don, I gotta send you something. Thank you for reminding me, Brent.
I'm fucking scared.
Oh, you should be. I'm about to text you.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. What was I fucking saying? I was talking about shitty Star Wars movies. Do you guys think there's more shitty Star Wars movies than good Star Wars movies?
No,
I don't think so.
Okay, let's put it this way. Do you think? Okay, I won't say shitty. I'll say not up to par Star Wars movies.
well,
More than good Star. Oh, fucking Christ! God damn it!
I made that.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Okay, but anyways, my question: do you think there's more not to par Star Wars movies than there is to par Star Wars movies?
Well, if we break it down, the original trilogy, they're all up to par.
Yep.
And the prequel trilogy,
One out of three
is
isn't
definitely
bad.
not up to par.
And you can't say that one is not up to par, and then you have to sum it up as a whole. Is the entire prequel trilogy up to par?
Yes.
Yes, because it shows the origin arc of Darth Vader. So yes.
But did we want to see that?
Yes.
Did you really?
But I'm an Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader stan. Not so much Anakin, but Darth Vader. So.
I was about to say, don't get me wrong. I'm a Darth Vader stan. I love Darth Vader. But I did not need to see Anakin Skywalker bitching for 3 fucking movies. I didn't.
If they just gave us Revenge and was like, this is Darth Vader's origin story, I'd have been like, yes.
Okay. Give us Revenge and the scene in Attack of the Clones where he's talking to Padme about killing the Sand. Which it sounds racist, but I'm talking about Tusken Raiders.
And then
that's the one scene in Attack of the Clones that I think that's genuinely good acting from Hayden Christensen, is when he's sitting there sobbing with anger. He's like, I killed them all, I slaughtered them like animals. Like that scene,
yeah.
Give us that and Revenge. That's all I need. I don't need Phantom Menace, even though it did cool for Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul and pod racing. Sure, pod racing.
I'm not listening to this part.
This is pod racing. Jesus Christ.
Have you
What
guys?
about what about the horrible droid factory scene in Attack of the
Oh
Clones?
my god. Like I'm saying, like that movie is fucking pointless. That movie is so boring and pointless and useless. And Padme saying "I love you" when no, you fucking don't.
You liar!
Like this dude is a fucking creep. First of all, he's not even like it's not even like he's like scary as in like intimidating. No, he's just fucking creepy.
He's just creepy. Their acting like
Literally.
ruins the suspense almost in the suspenseful, like intense scenes.
Hayden Christensen, like, he really stepped it up with Revenge, but Jesus Christ, his acting was terrible in fucking Attack of the Clones. And I don't even want to blame it fully on him. I'm blaming it mostly on Lucas's script.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Oh my god, that fucking writing is terrible.
Yeah, because
George
acting
Lucas-
can only take you so far.
This is a hot fucking take. George Lucas is not a good writer.
It's sizzling over here, boys.
And, like,
Better put them
yeah, he
oven
wrote the
mitts on.
original trilogy, but if you think about it, the original trilogy, there is some really wonky dialogue.
Yeah.
There's some wonky dialogue in the OG trilogy, and he really wants fucking prequel trilogy.
And then when he tried to go through and remake the original trilogy, it made it even worse.
And here's the thing: the only movie he directed in the OG trilogy was A New Hope, and then he gave it to different directors in the better two movies. The movies that had better like dialogue and better scenes. George Lucas is not a good writer.
There was some.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
If you could have someone rewrite and redirect those the prequels, who would you choose?
The prequels?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Well, first of all, it's going to take me a minute because I'm going to fucking remake the entire fucking movie. I'm going to make Phantom Menace fuck, hold on. Now I'm trying to think. Like, what do I want to keep from Phantom Menace? I'm keeping Darth Maul for sure. I'm keeping Qui-Gon. I'm axing Jar Jar.
Clearly.
Boo.
I would add more.
Boo.
I would add more Darth Maul scenes. Like, I would have him go up against like random Jedi and just have him slaughter them.
Make Phantom Menace a home invasion movie. Hot
Explain.
take. But okay,
Yeah,
so here we
need,
go. We'll have the first 20 to 30 minutes is Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan finding Anakin. No Jar Jar. Fuck Jar Jar.
Fuck.
They're finding Anakin.
Boo.
You can keep the pod racing scene, and that's how they get Anakin's freedom because that's cool. I like that.
Okay, we'll compromise.
We keep the pod racing scene, and they get Anakin off the planet, and they take him to the Jedi Temple. Don't go to Naboo. You don't need to.
You don't need it. Get that.
You
shit
go to
out
the
of here.
Jedi Temple. Go to the Jedi Temple, and think about it. This is a time when they thought Sith were non-existent. So they're gonna be, you know how the fucking are. They're all fucking pompous, and they're like, "Oh, we're Jedi, beat us." So what you do is you have Darth Maul infiltrate the Jedi Temple.
Mm-hmm.
So it then becomes a home invasion, and Darth Maul is fucking slaughtering all these Jedi.
Damn.
Yo, I'm in. I'm for this.
Oh
And
no.
He stopped by Qui-Gon, but he still kills Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan sees that, and that becomes Obi-Wan's to teach Anakin. Okay.
So would you like keep the last fight then? Basically, just switch locations.
Yeah, but yeah, just switch locations from whatever they were at in fucking Naboo to the Jedi Temple. So then also that gives a chance for Anakin to see how like powerful Sith are, and that puts the seed in his mind like, look how much power this guy has over all of these Jedi.
He's just like
this
"Fuck
was
these Jedi."
this was one dude who took out almost an entire temple of Jedi. Look how much power he has. That puts the seed in his mind. Okay. Now on to Attack of the Clones.
All right, axe the name. You're like,
Yeah,
don't need it.
Axe the name.
Wait a minute. So does this mean, because Count Dooku kind of came from the fact that everyone hated Jar Jar, so does this mean there's going to be no Dooku, or was Darth Maul still killed?
Darth Maul still killed. Yeah.
Okay.
Like we're keeping the exact ending of Phantom Menace. Like Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul after Darth Maul kills Qui-Gon. Keep that.
Okay.
And then that's Obi-Wan's motivations to teach Anakin. So Dooku comes along. We'll make Attack of the Clones. What
Get
do I
rid of
make
it.
Attack of the Clones?
Cut it out.
Yeah,
We don't need it.
Just jump
Without the
straight
clones,
into it.
without the clones, Order 66 can't happen.
That's true. That's why I'm thinking about keeping the clones. God damn it. And I don't want to say make Attack of the Clones like a gritty war movie. That's Rogue One.
Replace Attack of the Clones with Clone Wars?
Maybe?
That's not a bad idea.
That's... You might be onto something.
I mean...
Yeah. No, I like that. No, fuck yeah, just do that.
Okay, fuck Attack of the Clones. You Battle of
Just make
Geonosis.
it.
You can make the Battle of Geonosis like a short.
Yeah. Star Wars Episode 2: The Clone Wars. Bam.
There you go. But...
We'll keep the Phantom Menace title.
Okay.
Keep Phantom Menace title. Because that's actually a dope title. I like that title. Oh, you asked me who was writing and directing these two. I totally forgot.
Well, it's clearly you.
No, because I'm not a good director.
Fine, you convinced me. I'll do it.
I'm a decent writer, but I don't want to write it because I don't want to write a Star Wars movie because I know how the fans are.
You're like, I'm gonna get so much shit for it.
Yeah, like, I'm good on that. Like that.
That's why you use a
Who
pen
would be
name.
good? Use a pen name. Direct it. I'm gonna say, who's good at directing horror?
James Wan.
John Carpenter.
Oh,
John
did you
Carpenter
say war
does Star
or
Wars.
horror? I thought you said horror.
Yeah, I said horror. John Carpenter does really good horror, dude. Who writes it though?
I would say J.K. Rowling, just so she'll make everyone gay.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
As it turns out, this character is gay.
Anakin's actually gay.
I'm just saying.
Jar Jar's
Dumbledore's
actually
gay.
gay.
Obi-Wan, am I really the chosen one?
Dumbledore is actually gay, though. I'm just saying, if you read those books, Dumbledore is actually gay.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm totally fine with it. The other shit that she does, I'm like, it's cool, whatever. She can do whatever she wants. She's getting paid for it. Who cares?
She's just trying to make people buy her books again.
And I mean, like, why wouldn't you? She's an author. That's what she does.
Yeah, that's like part of her job.
Fuck, I'm still trying to think of a writer for this goddamn movie.
Wait, are we talking Phantom Menace or are we talking Clone
Yeah,
Wars?
the John Carpenter Phantom Menace.
Talking about the whole prequel series.
Clearly. Thank you, sir.
No, I'm talking about. I'm thinking individually.
You're gonna have a different writer for each movie?
I might.
That's kind of sketchy. That's what they did with the sequels.
Yeah.
Look how that turned out.
Well, if you have good writers, I'm just throwing shade. That's what I'm doing. I didn't mean to throw it, but I did it.
I did it anyways.
Who wrote? Did Ryan Johnson write Last Jedi by himself?
I hope not.
I don't think he did. I don't think he wrote it by himself. I know he at least wrote some of it.
Who wrote the script for The Last Jedi? Oliver, shut up.
The 2017 movie Star Wars: The Last Jedi was written by Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson wrote it by himself.
Fuck, maybe he had a ghostwriter.
What? I couldn't catch that.
Maybe-
You deep throated that mic.
Shocking.
Shocking.
Maybe he had a ghostwriter.
I hope he had a ghostwriter.
Not writer, writer.
Rider? Ghost Rider?
No,
Ghostwriter.
writer.
Alright,
W-R-I-T-E-R.
so are we just about to not talk about the Nicolas Cage franchise? Known as Ghost? It makes for
I'll
good
drink
content.
to that one.
I'll drink to that, bro.
Tom Hanks can do no fucking wrong. I'm sorry.
You're right. Have you guys
He
read
is-
the Da Vinci Code?
Like the actual book?
Yeah.
I don't fucking read.
Dude, it slaps. Clearly. You're American, why would you?
I just like totally made myself look like a hypocrite because I called you a cop without a license because you're a director who doesn't watch movies, but I'm a writer who doesn't read.
Yeah, you fucking asshole. At least I'm a writer who reads, bro.
I read. It's just I don't read stuff that has a lot of pages in
He's like, anything over 20, I'm out.
it.
Not for me.
No, my limit.
Wait, didn't you
My
just read
limit-
The Supermarket or whatever it's called?
Yeah,
Fucking liar.
I just said my limit, and you're not even letting me finish.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
limit is 1,200 pages.
That's a
anything
fair
more
limit.
Anything more than 1,200, and I can't keep my attention. That's why I haven't read Stephen King's It, because I just cannot.
Wait, it's more than
keep the
1,200
attention.
pages?
Dude, have you fucking seen the size of that book?
No.
Is it
Google
not?
it right now. Google a picture of the book.
Okay, we're gonna do this on the display.
The
My
book is
criteria.
fucking huge.
If that book don't have no pictures, I'm out. Deuces.
if that book not a comic book, I'm gone.
I'm out.
Yeah, first of all, I'm a comic book writer, so fuck you. I don't have to read.
Here, look. That just
According to
makes,
Robert's logic, you don't have to.
Did you find a picture of the book?
holy shit.
Yeah. Now, how many pages are in that book since you're there?
Hold on. I just saw a picture. It's not like page count.
But you seen how big that boy is, didn't you?
Yeah, that boy's thick with like 4 C's.
The thick boy.
It's way more than 4 C's.
Way more.
How many pages are in it? Oh, I can't wait to hear this number.
1,138.
Bull fucking shit.
Swear to God.
God damn it, now I have to go and fucking read it. Son of a bitch.
It's just under your limit
It's just under my limit.
by like
That
50
thing looks
pages.
like it's way more than 2,000. God fucking damn it, Stephen King. Son of a bitch.
He's like, I'm gonna get you.
And making me fucking read. Well, I'm... God damn it.
Got him. He's sizzling.
He's like, I don't know. I came here to be disrespected.
Came here to talk about Endgame and be disrespected, and we're done talking about Endgame.
I didn't know I came here to be disrespected.
God damn it. But
guys,
anyway,
let me type
as
out
of-
this Snapchat. Leave me alone.
Wait, you have something published, Ron?
No, but I got you.
Fuck you.
This
I'm
podcast
part of
is
the
published,
writing
bro.
He said, fuck you.
I'm part of the writing community. Fuck you, you don't have to publish.
He's like, what do you have published?
It's like, not shit.
I like to roast people about what they have published because it makes me feel better about myself.
Now watch me come back. Watch me come back in a month, and I'll have a fucking book published.
No, you won't.
Sorry, a child's chapter book.
He's currently starting a GoFundMe to get his book published.
Well, here's the thing. Nowadays, you can just publish for free.
Yeah, you can self-publish.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, which is what
Yeah.
I'm doing. So I'm not gonna sell any copies, but it'll be out there.
It's technically published.
Actually, that's not true. I'm gonna buy a copy. So
So,
I'll have one sale.
You're gonna make something.
Exactly.
He'll be in Oprah's book club in no time.
Who needs a job when you're a writer? Am I right?
You want to hear another hot take?
Oh, I love hot takes. Let's go. Spill the tea, sis.
Being a comic book writer is harder than being.
That's a no for me, dog.
No, man.
You wanna know how
You have to make that shit agree with every illustration they have to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have to jump through so many hoops when you're writing a comic book. Like, I'm working on something right now as an artist, and I had to scrap at least like a third of my script because he was like, I can't draw this. Like, you've physically written down something that I have no ability to draw. And I'm like, well, that's like a major plot point. He's like, well, you're gonna have to come up with something. So like now I'm back at square one where I'm like, all right, what the fuck is going on?
Why don't you talk to a different artist? That's what I would do.
But no, it's not like he didn't have, like, I'm not saying he didn't have physical ability. It's like I wrote something down that didn't make any sense if he drew it. Like, he could draw it, but it wouldn't make any sense. It would look stupid.
Oh,
is what he was saying.
I got you.
He wasn't saying I don't have the ability to. It's saying if I do this, it's gonna look stupid.
Okay, I thought he was like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
No. The dude I'm working with is a very talented guy.
I'd be like, all right, next.
So I had to go back to square one, and I'm not saying being a book writer isn't hard. It's fucking, you have to fucking write, and writing is stupid.
I think
I should know. I'm part of the writing community.
Oh boy. Ah shit, here we go.
Here we go again. Back to the writing community.
I just think, I don't know, to me writing as like a novel writer, it's a little harder for me because you gotta, like with comic books, you got the pictures to like show like the background and shit, right? But with novels, you gotta like describe that shit.
But the thing about it all starts with the writer.
That's
like,
true. That's a good point.
I start everything, and I don't mean to say it because I'm like on my fucking high horse and shit. Because don't get me wrong, I'm very fucking critical of my own shit.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm like, that's dumb. Get rid of it.
It all fucking starts with the writer. The writer writes something down and then it gives it to us, and it's up to that artist to decide, hey, if I draw this, is it gonna look good? And not only do you have to go through, if you like let's say if I did work for one of the big companies, not only do I have to go to my artist, I have to go to my inkist, and then I have to go to my publisher, and then I have to come back to me and think, do I need to add anything?
Well,
and then if I do, I need to go to my artist, and then I need to go to my inker, and then I need to go to the publisher.
And if you're a writer for like a big company, like if you get hired by Marvel, you got to go through your boss, and then your artist, and then your inkist,
and the thing about that is like they won't hire, like they don't hire new writers. You have to have yourself established.
Oh yeah, well,
like
because anyone could say they're a writer.
Exactly. Like I could walk into Marvel tomorrow and be like, "Hey, I'm a writer. Give me a job."
Yeah,
and they could be like, "Well,
where's your
proof? What have you done? What have you put out there that we like? What artist do you? That's not even. They don't even just ask me about my work. They say, "What artist do you work? Let me see his work." Because like that's the biggest thing in comics is the fact that the writer and the artist always have to be on the same page. They have to work very nice together, and if they don't, shit comes out fucked up. Like if you look at like Greg Capullo was the artist, and God damn it, what's his name? He's the writer. I'm a writer and I can't remember a writer.
God damn it, you ruined it.
They wrote Court of Owls. He wrote Court of Owls, and Greg Capullo inked it, or not inked it, drew it. What is his name? Scott something. Scott Snyder.
Scott Lang.
Scott Snyder. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, they work so fucking good together. They're amazing. They're one of the best teams in the comic industry today.
I feel like I follow Scott Snyder because he pops up on my timeline a lot.
And then even go back to fucking Stan Lee and Steve Ditko.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They were a fucking pair, dude. They did everything together. I'm only saying this because I'm a fan, but not a lot of people like books. But Kevin Smith and fucking what was his artist's name?
Here we
So one
fucking
of his-
go. Ah shit.
One of his
Here we
best
go.
friends. Have you ever read Batman Cacophony?
No.
Read it. Pretty good book.
That's gonna be a no for me, Chief.
Come on, dog.
Come
You
on.
can't just say that.
He's like,
Can't
no,
just say
that's
that 'cause
where I
Kevin
say
Smith-
goodbye.
Kevin Smith is a good writer.
Oh no, I agree. He's a great writer.
So read Batman Cacophony.
But I don't wanna.
I don't give a fuck.
How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
He introduced one of the coolest fucking Batman villains that's severely underrated.
Calendar Man?
No. Calendar Man was introduced in like
The Box Ghost?
60s, I think.
The Box Ghost.
In the box go.
No, his name is Onomatopoeia.
You can't just make up words, Don.
All words are made up.
You right?
No, but Onomatopoeia, I don't know if he's a Batman villain. He hasn't appeared anywhere else. I think he might have appeared in a Green Arrow comic. But no, you know what an onomatopoeia is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a word that describes a sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a word, yeah. So like bang, that's an onomatopoeia. So yeah, the villain's name is Onomatopoeia, so he doesn't talk. He just fucking says like bang or pop or whatever he's doing. Or he makes like a gun noise when he shoots something.
No.
But he's fucking dope. He's dope. He's one of the coolest villains. His suit, his fucking outfit is dope.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up
Yep,
his
same.
outfit.
Walt Flanagan. That's the name of the artist that Kevin Smith worked with. Does anybody else have a first edition issue package of Batman Gotham Gotham Gaslight?
Check it out.
Oh no, it's a cat.
It's a meower.
She was getting mad.
10
She
out of
couldn't be in
10.
the room.
Best stream.
Oh, woofer.
Hey, say hi.
There's a woofer.
Dog's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna
she just
break out
sounds
like
like
a chihuahua or some shit.
You got room. Lay down.
My favorite Peter Parker and my favorite Spider-Man is both Tom Holland. Because he does Peter Parker and Spider-Man perfectly. My favorite Spider-Man is Andrew Garfield because he did Spider-Man perfectly. My favorite Peter Parker is Tobey Maguire because he did Peter Parker perfect. Tobey Maguire was not a perfect. Andrew Garfield was not a perfect Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield was too fucking hot to be Peter Parker.
Yeah, he was not a realistic Peter Parker, and I would argue that Tobey Maguire was not a good Spider-Man at all.
No,
Like-
he was because Spider-Man is supposed to be quippy. He's supposed to be funny. He's supposed to talk shit. And Tobey Maguire, he did it a couple of times, but other than that, he didn't. He moped
Most
around
of
and
the time,
cried a
he
lot.
just got banged around and cried until he won.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
Anakin.
Just like Anakin.
Except he didn't win in the end. Well,
I told it.
but I don't know. I think one thing I love about Tom Holland is the quips are there.
Yeah, they are, and he's like naive enough to be Peter Parker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I think he's gonna mature a little in Far From Home because, you know, his uncle died. Spoiler alert, I guess. But I don't know. I think one of my favorite scenes was when was from Far From Home. No, not Far From Home. Homecoming. When he goes into the bank, he's like, "Wait a minute, you guys aren't the real Avengers."
You guys are the yeah.
I was like, "My boy."
Well, the dog likes this Gatorade.
Well, he's a dog, so
Look at
He likes toilet bowl water.
see? Proof.
Well,
Do it. You're gonna choke. Stop.
I want to see if Facebook
Right.
added the polls back because we're about to do this.
Shout out Gatorade. The dog loves the Gatorade.
Gatorade, sponsor me, and I might change my mind about.
It's orange cap. There you go, Gatorade.
That piss I just took was fueled by Gatorade.
Who's feeling?
Donovan's fueled by Gatorade. Is it in you?
Is it in you?
Poll?
That's fine. Is it? What are you polling right now?
There are no polls anymore, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess they took them.
Fucking dumbass MySpace. I mean Facebook.
Fucking Zuckerberg.
I mean, what's the difference?
Nothing really.
They're
Not
literally
anymore,
the
anyways.
exact same now.
They're making their way to MySpace. They're gonna be forgotten. Don't worry. Twitter's never going away though.
No, I love Twitter. I use it every day.
Yeah, so do I.
For the hit. She's literally just creeping closer and closer to the sound mixer.
She's gonna eat it, tear it up.
She's trying to do something. What are you doing?
That's fair, bro. Brendan, when are you gonna buy Minecraft?
When am I gonna buy Minecraft? I don't know, man. I didn't realize it was $30.
Dude, just fucking do it. It's an eighth, bro. Just skip
Is it
out.
worth it?
Yeah, dude. You're gonna
Is
help.
it
It's so much fun.
Stream
Rob and I
content.
played for. Well, how much did we play? How long did we play for? 4 hours?
We played for 5 hours yesterday.
What
No,
did you
no,
do?
we-
Just
we
mine
didn't-
shit and then build shit from whatever you mined, and then
We may or
Fight
may
it
not
out.
have gotten lost once or twice, but yeah, that's about it.
We did an hour of Smash,
An hour of
We
Smash,
played-
you're right.
and then we did 4 hours of Minecraft.
are you guys like building something?
Yeah, we have a little
Yeah.
space. We're building a like community kind of.
Building houses, dog.
Oh, okay.
I have a world just for the stream, so
The stream
And
world.
my house.
yeah.
Yeah, my house is on it. My house is on it, but I can't fucking play it because it's on Rob's goddamn. Son of a bitch.
Got him.
He's like, ah, ha, 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 ha.
I am inevitable.
Shit. That's one of my favorite fucking gifts from now on. I am inevitable.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorites. Don, how do you feel about Professor Hulk?
I love him. He's straight from the comics, and I'm a comic fan first, so
He is straight from the cops. How come there wasn't She-Hulk though?
Universal still owns the rights to She-Hulk.
Oh man.
You're like,
So-
man.
Marvel can't do anything with any characters with Hulk in the name besides the Hulk itself because Universal shares that property with Marvel.
I have a hot take for you guys.
What's up?
I think even if Marvel gets the right to the Fantastic Four, I don't think they can make a good Fantastic Four movie.
I disagree to a certain extent. I think they need to wait a while.
That's
like
fair.
they need to wait. They need to wait at least 5 to 7 years before they reboot Fantastic Four.
Well, like, my thing is, I don't think, like, the Thing is cool in his own, like, universe type thing, but, like, he's just, like, an off-brand Hulk to me. Like,
That's
I
a
don't
really
like
hot
it.
take considering the Thing came out before the Hulk did.
Well, I knew the Hulk before I knew the Thing. Actually, I found them around the same time, but I was like, ooh, Hulk, cool. This guy, not so much. He's
The thing is not nearly as strong though.
No.
no, definitely not. But like the other three, slaps. I love them. I don't know.
I don't know. They need to wait before they. Same with X-Men. They need to wait.
Oh yeah, they definitely need to wait on X-Men.
But I
Let
thought A lot of people are saying Galactus was supposed to be the Phase 4 villain. Does that mean they're going to integrate Fantastic Four and X-Men into...
They might.
Well, nobody knows for sure. But if it is, then they might. But I hope they don't.
I don't see them moving forward without the Russo brothers.
No, the Russo brothers said they're done with Marvel movies. They said Endgame is the last one.
I thought they said they were going to take a break. Damn, that
No,
sucks.
they said that Endgame is their last Marvel movie.
Well, hey Marvel, I'm about to be open, so
Looks like I have a slot open here.
hit me up. I'll see what I can do for you.
So if you want your next Kevin Feige, your boy here's got some ideas.
Your boy. I've never directed a movie before, but a full-length movie, but I'm open to new experiences.
That's why I'm saying I'll be the next Kevin Feige, because Kevin Feige's never directed.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh yeah, because he's just the producer, right?
Yeah.
He's the executive producer, and he's the head of Marvel Studios.
I think I would rather direct movies, honestly.
The thing about producers though is producers make those movies. Producers are the ones that go out to people and say, "Hey, give us money so we can."
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, and the producers, don't they have to get the writers and directors together, or is that separate?
Yep. No. It depends. I'm gonna bring up Kevin Smith again, but Kevin
God
Smith.
damn it! No.
He wrote Clerks, and then he went to a friend who he made his producer, and then his producer went and sold that movie. Sometimes producers go out and say, "Hey, I have an idea for a movie. Let's write it." But sometimes it's directors who go to producers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I should figure out how to reach
Clerks,
out.
by the way. Side note, Clerks is fucking fantastic.
Clerks is one of my favorite movies. Top 10.
Robert's is like, I haven't seen Clerks.
I'm just gonna
I didn't know I came here to be disrespected.
take a sip of this nice fruity drink really quick.
God
Rob, you'd really Clerks.
I'd like Clerks.
You would really.
You would like Clerks.
Why don't you guys just send me a list of movies I should fucking watch, and if I ever get another day off again, I'll watch them.
Because that list would be way too fucking long, and then you would never get to them.
You're right. I'd be like, well, fuck these lists. I'm just gonna play Minecraft.
In a recent article by Comic.com, 22% of Americans would cancel their Netflix if movies, according to new. Holy shit!
Wait, what?
You gotta say that again.
22% of Americans would cancel their Netflix subscriptions if Netflix removed the Marvel movies off.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, I believe that, though.
I don't know. Some of the Netflix originals are really good, though.
What do you think the percentage of people that would delete Netflix if The Office was removed?
99%.
Oh, fuck. I know I'm in the percentage of people that deleted their Netflix when they raised the fucking prices.
I know I'm in the percentage of people that does not pay for Netflix.
But doesn't Kayla pay for Netflix though?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, so it doesn't count because you still watch it.
All right, well, I guess that's fair.
Oh, you thought your roasting was done for the day, huh?
Damn.
I took it all day at work. Robert's trying to show off for this girl we got.
Hey, you right?
Unlimited
power. Unlimited power.
Dude, I know I'm hype. I'm buying Jedi Fallen Order.
And they're cutting ties with E3s. Or not E3, fucking.
They're cutting ties with E3? Shit, dude. That sucks.
Fuck. You thought you were gonna get content in E3? Fuck you.
I don't think so. Not in this lifetime.
Cut ties with EA.
Oh, thank God. That'll be the shit, dude.
No more microtransactions. Or if there is, they're not pay to win.
The question is, should I buy the $100 version?
A Fallen Order?
Yeah,
I don't even know what that game's about.
it's about a Jedi. That's about all I know.
Oh, no way.
It takes
You're joking.
place after Order 66, I think.
It's about Jedi Knight Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Stop it. Get some help.
Time.
Like, if my supervisor was anybody else, I wouldn't hate it.
Same. Actually, that's not
Because the
true.
money is good. So, that's why I'm staying around. I'm really staying around until I can put myself back into school. Take some writing classes. And fucking...
Yeah, dog, you need it.
Fuck off. You never even read any of my shit. Asshole.
Hey, yeah, I have. Didn't you send me that shit about the pyromancer?
That was an idea that I had. I hadn't written anything about it.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
And that was just an idea. But I sent you like fucking what, 5 paragraphs?
Something like that.
And I like had like this entire backstory, and I was like, fuck, dude.
I was like, God damn, I can't believe this guy expects me to read this.
We were supposed to fucking work on something, but apparently it was just like, fuck that.
Well, because you told me you didn't know what kind of direction you wanted to take.
Which is why I asked you to work with me.
You're like, you write everything. I'm like,
No, I value your opinion, dog. So if you're my co-writer, I'm also gonna include you on it. I'm not gonna just write my own shit and say, hey, Rob wrote this too.